Hello everyone. Today we are going to see class 10 chapter 3 linear equation in two variables. So we are going to see some basic concepts about linear equation in two variables. First we have to know what is meant by linear equation. So linear equation. So first equation is nothing but what? Equation is nothing but it has both LHS and RHS side, right? So it is called as equation. Linear equation is nothing but an equation whose degree is 1. Okay, degree is nothing but what? Highest power of the variable. Okay, so a linear equation is an equation in which each term has only degree 1, okay, which is the highest power is 1 for all the variables in the equation. So linear equation in two variables means that is the equation which has two variables, so its degree is 1. So the general format for linear equation is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here we have two variables, right? So these two are nothing but variables, right? So that is, so these two are variables. So these two are two variables and my power for x and y is 1, right? So there is no any square or any cube, right? So only power is 1 here. So I can say that this is a linear equation in two variables. Yes, two different variables, both x and y. So two different variables. So it is a linear equation in two variables and this is a constant number. Okay, this is a constant number. Okay, so this is a constant number. So here x a is the coefficient of x and b is the coefficient of y. Okay, and these are real numbers. It can be real numbers and a is not equal to 0. So if this is 0, my whole term will be 0, right? So there is no x term. So it is not a linear equation in two variables. So my a must not be equal to 0. If it is 0, there is no x term itself. So if b is 0, then there will be no y term. So it is not a linear equation in two variables. So this is my condition. Clear? So it must have two variables and a is not equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0. Okay, now we are going to see graphical method of solutions of a pair of linear equations. So for example, if I have two pairs of linear equation, so two different linear equations I'm having and they're asking us to plot it in a graph. Okay, first I have to convert each equation into table form. So this we will be seeing in our exercise sums. So just I'm giving an introduction to it. First we have to convert into a table form. So we'll be plotting the points for both the equations. So for example, see, this is my graph. Okay, I'm getting a line like somewhere here. I'm getting a line. So this is my equation 1 and I'm getting another line here. And this is equation 2. Okay, so there are two lines I have plotted in the graph. So now I am extending it. So let me say this is my intersection point, right? Where two lines meet each other at a point is my intersection point. So I can say this point is my solution of the given equation. Solution is nothing but where two lines intersect each other. Okay, it is a set of values which satisfy the equation. So we can write it is a set of values. Set of values is nothing but x comma y. It is a point of intersection. So when if I plot two lines in my graph, so these two lines meet at a point. So this is my intersection point, right? So for example, if this is 2 comma 3. So I can say this is the solution for the given equation, given pair of equations. So if I substitute, for example, if my equation is 2x plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0. For example, if I substitute 2 in place of x and 3 in place of y, my equation will become 0. Got it? So this is So if I substitute 2 in place of x and 3 in place of y, if my equation becomes 0, then I can say 2 and 3 is a set of value which is called as solution which satisfy this equation. So we will see in detail in our exercise sums. Okay. So now we are going to see types of solutions. Okay. So solutions, as I say, just simply remember as x comma y. So it satisfies the equation. It makes the equation as 0. Okay. If we substitute those values. So now we are going to see certain types. So you remember the general formula, right? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay. So this is my first equation. Let me take this is my first equation. And my second equation, so I'm just going to and my second equation, I'm going to take a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0 is my second equation. Okay, since I took a2, b2, c2, obviously this will be a1, b1, c1. Just showing the difference between these two equations. Okay, instead of a1 and a2, there will be a different number, like instead of a1 I can have 3, here 5, any equation. Okay, any value. So I have just taken a1 and a2 in the form of variables. I'm just taking it. Okay, so types of solutions, there are different kinds of solutions. So based on the solution we can classify the lines. Okay, so through the graph we can analyze what kind of solution we are getting. Okay, so say for example, if my two lines, so I have said right here, so this is nothing but intersection line where two lines intersect, meet at a point. So this is called as intersection. So intersection line, here only one point, right? So this is only one point. So I have only one solution, right? So I can write unique solution or one solution. Okay, unique solution or one solution. Here my condition, without looking at the graph. So if they have given you only two equation and asking us whether it is an intersecting line or it has only one solution or not, if they are asking us to check, we can go through these ratios. Instead of plotting and checking all these, we can go through this ratios where a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, right? So in place of a1 and a2, you'll be having a set of numbers. You have to check the ratios. So it must not be equal to 0. It must not be equal. Okay, these both are not equal in unique solution. If it is not equal, I can say that it is an intersecting lines which has unique solution. Okay, so next one is coincide lines. So coincide lines means only one line will be there. Okay, so for example, yeah, here I have two equations, right? So if my solutions are same, then it will be coincide lines where one line overlap with another line. So usually I'll be having two equations, so I will be getting two straight lines. If that two straight lines overlap with each other, I'll be getting coincide lines. Clear? We'll be seeing it in detail. Just introduction. Okay. See, for example, we can, by looking at the graph, we can say that it is a coincide line. So it has many. So this is my condition. It has infinitely many solutions. Many solutions it has. Okay. So if, for example, they have given you only equation and they are asking us to find how many, whether it is a coincide line without plotting the graph, we can go by this ratios. Okay. So where a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Okay, all my constant and my coefficients of x and y ratios should be equal. If it is equal, I can say without plotting the graph itself, I can say it is a coincide lines which has infinitely many solution. Clear? Same. If parallel is nothing but what? For example, this is my graph. Here I have one line and here I have another line. So it is nothing but parallel, light. So it is a parallel. So I'll be writing here parallel lines. Okay. Parallel lines where there is, these are parallel lines. So you know this is parallel, and this is perpendicular, right? So here I don't have any angle, so no angle, so no solution. You can remember in that way. So since there is no angle, there is no solution. So if my two lines meet somewhere, it has solution. Clear? Here my lines meet, so I have one solution. Here my lines overlap, they coincide, they are together, so my lines meet, so I have solution, infinitely many solution. But here my lines do not meet each other, so there is no solution. Okay, so this is my condition. If they are asking without plotting the graph, check whether the given equation is in coincide, parallel. So if my condition satisfy, if my equation satisfy this condition where a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, then I can say that it is a parallel line which has no solution. Okay, so the only thing is to remember all these. Okay, this is very important. They can ask even in 1 marks or 2 marks. Okay, so it is very important to remember all these. So that's it. Thank you.